Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. And today we're back into our PBEM challenge. It is July 19th, 1942. It's one day before the dojo's birthday had I been born prior to the year of 1942. I'm an old man, but I was not. I was not. So if there was any question whether I was born pre-World War II, no. Anyway, let's jump into the game. Let's see what's going on. We have received the Axis turn, and it looks like they went on the convoy attack. And look at all this. That's pretty much all we got here. Convoy attack, zero merch, zero escorts, zero merch, zero escorts. Okay, so they've got two groups out here. In the UK route, so out in the Indian Ocean, I guess. Yep, well, one in the Indian Ocean, one in the South Pacific. Convoy attack UK route in the South Pacific again. Australia route. Okay. Um, again, a lot of zeros there. He didn't get a lot of joy up there, but here he did get one Merch Marine, and that was against India. Well, in the India lane, right? In the Indian Ocean convoy. The New Zealand route out here, he tried that a couple of times. South Pacific, he did get two Merchant Marines there. Dang. Okay. Let's look at the combat log. What happened last time? Well, we had partisan activity. Okay. We knew that. We expected that. Always a lot of that. Enemy fleet spotted. Right. Okay. So we've still got this off. Well, I say still. That is not true. We'll come back to that in 1 second, but we've now spotted a fleet. This is not any part of the same fleet that was here before that we tangled with last time. And we're going to have to get the heck out of here. He's got like 5 carriers in there. Enemy fleet spotted. Okay. Did you spot me or did I spot you? I don't know. It's like Spider-Man pointing back at himself. Who spotted who first? I guess it kind of doesn't matter that it's been spotted. Current turn, we had partisans. Man, I mean, the partisans in China have been going mad. I think it's maybe because he doesn't have, I don't know. Again, I have not played the Japanese yet, so this is all kind of speculation. But I think in some of these cities, if he doesn't have, a unit there or something, that could have something to do with it. But it seems like they're more prevalent in this game than other games I'm playing. Convoy attack. Okay, so this is that convoy out here that's doing his business. Didn't get anything there, nothing there. This is the one that was leading down to New Zealand. We did get in a hit on the submarine squadron there. I like to see that. Nothing there. Ooh, we got in 2 hits here on the I-170. So I think that other one, where was that? I-174. They're part of the same group, right? They came out here, Wolf Pack. They've got 3 squadrons. It looks like we got in 2 points on one of the sub squadrons and 1 point on the other. They did get a Merch Marine out here in the Indian Ocean. Nothing there. And then we sunk us. Okay, I'll trade that all day long. You can get 2 Merch Marines if we get a sub, and we did. So I think that's the second or third time in this game that we have sunk one of his subs. Now, I did say, so combat log, we'll come back to deployment in 1 second, but the real highlight of this episode, I was looking around beforehand and I said, okay, well, still got this transport out here, right? I don't know why he would have left that out there. No, it's 5 ships. Okay, so it's 5 total ships. He's got 4 carriers in here, evidently with just like one destroyer. I don't think that's a good setup. I think the more destroyers, cruisers that you can get in with those carriers, the better, because ultimately they generally take damage first. They're kind of the first line out there, and it's much easier for the enemy to damage them. And so those strength point deductions generally come off of them first. Now that's not an ironclad rule. It's not like you can't get a carrier sunk before everything else sinks before it. that's not how it works. But my understanding is that those screening type ships will take damage on maybe a more regular basis before it gets into the carriers, which would be kind of, historically accurate how it would work in the real world, because they are, out there, out around the carrier constantly, looking for whatever may be out here. So they get the first shots, first fires from the enemy. Sometimes, surprise, sometimes not. But anyway, the point being is, I'm not sure that that's the optimal setup. Be that as it may, now we could just go full kamikaze in here, pun fully intended, uh, and go after this, right? Because, well, we've got, a battleship, two battleships. We've got a cruiser, a destroyer, okay. We've got light cruiser, cruiser, battleship. So we got three battleships in here, and we do have some screeners. I think we could actually maybe sink a carrier or two here. Now we would get absolutely wrecked, um, without any carriers on our own. We would probably lose most, if not all, of our ships. If we can, he's going to interdict us on the original move here. So we got to move up next to him if we were going to do this. And then, he's interdicting. We may have two or three ships down by the time we even say boo out here. So I think what we're going to do with these guys is just skedaddle over to Australia. There we go. With reach, I was like, wait a minute, can I not go through the Australian whirligig? Uh, yes, I can. Yes, I can. So we are going to get the heck out of here. Um, what do I have? Oh, that's the Hermes. Okay, so we'll go out to Australia, and the minute he kind of get on there, there we go. Okay, off we go. So we're just going to kind of leave the field there. No reason to put these ships at danger. Eventually, we'll have a lot more carriers than he does, and we'll challenge him all over the map. But for now, I mean, there's just absolutely no reason to do that. We're in a very good position with our land forces, and so, taking unnecessary risks, that could have put a big nail in his coffin. I get that, but ultimately, let's just play the slow game. We're in good shape because should we go out there and lose the entire British Navy, and we don't get any of the carriers, that's when you start losing games, especially when you have the upper hand. There's just no reason to take a risk, at least in my opinion. Okay, Fortress Calcutta continues on unabated. The Brits are getting frisky over here. They see Rangoon out in the distance. They got a telescope, maybe they could see it, but they're ready to go. These guys they're itching for action. Now that they've moved away, why don't we do this again? Again, the reason I'm doing this is I want this to be in a port so that when we go, we go. We immediately get this guy on. We move the next unit down. We get this guy over, and we're ready. So that's why I've got him out in this port, and then we'll just move that garrison right back in. Let's go to deployment. Did we get anything this time? We got a comment here for the Brits. Okay, now we could put it right on top of this carrier, see what's going on. I think I want to go over here and once again put it on Rangoon. Now, my understanding is he can't see this. I don't think he can, but 99.9% sure that he can't tell, this is supposed to be, representing we're getting some kind of secret intelligence. Now, how would he know that we're trying to do that for Rangoon? We're now up to a +6 there, so the intel is high. We can really see out here. He really has nothing out here. It's going to be go time very, very soon. Very, very soon. Okay, the U.S., let's deploy their stuff. Let's get over here on the western coast, the left coast. We've got a submarine squadron. We'll put that right in at Los Angeles. Excellent. We've got a battleship. We can also put that in at Los Angeles. And we have another comment point. Now, where do we want this? That's actually a fairly good question that I ask myself. I talk to myself sometimes. Um, well, I don't know. I don't know where we want it. Do I want it out here? I'd love to know where his other four carriers are. So we know where four of them are. Where's his other four? We could do that. We could also look here. I think he's kind of not sure where to go next because he kind of sat here this turn. The obvious place is Suva, I think. I think he wanted to attack Australia, but I just don't think he's going to. If he has any kind of intelligence on what we have over here, I just can't imagine that happening. Um, why don't we do? Tell you what, I'll do Rabal. I'd rather do on top of a ship, to be honest with you. So let's do that there. Our intelligence is low, but we'll hit that again next time we get one and we'll see what's up. Okay, so that's it for the US. Nothing for the Soviets or the Chinese. Australia, hey, Australia's got another division. Excellent. Where do we want to put that one? Well, where do I have a US unit that I'm going to move? How about Newcastle? All right, so well, this guy, actually, you know what? Let's put this unit down outside of Canberra. I always go back and forth on these. Um, Sometimes I hit the old reverse button. Okay, he's down there now. Geraldton maybe. Port Hedland. I don't know. What's the point of putting some things, in some of these places? If he takes Port Hedland, where's he going? I guess I could have put that in Port Augusta. That may have made more sense, but I'm not going to worry about that. Canada, the communists. India gets one next turn. Oh, he gets supply trucks next turn. Okay, that works too. The Kiwis actually get another infantry division August 20th. Excellent. All right, let's go around the map, see if there's anything else we really need to move. Now we know we've got that submarine now. I saw a submarine under threat when we were moving around there. So the Brits ready to go. Okay, Mangalore, we've got that well at hand. Bombay, I guess we'll put that next unit maybe up in Delhi. We could put it down here for the eventual move because once the Brits land here, I expect he's going to be running back here really fast and if he does that, then we're going to want to push with the Indian troops and start moving down the way there. So he's got his ships here. We don't have anything else, really that he could attack out here. We've gone over to Australia. We'll come back. We'll come back, especially if the British, as the British Navy builds up. I say if they're going to. Let's go to the build queue and let's go and look at landing craft. So Brits do not have any landing ships yet. US now has 20. Okay. So we could start to think about going with US units. The problem is we've only got one here, right? Um, let's look at the deployment. So so that will not be next turn. It'll be the turn after that. We'll get these landing ships. Okay, good to know. Now, once you use them, they're gone. Uh, August 8th, the U.S. also gets landing ships. That August 8th will be a day that lives in glory for the Allies, as that's when we begin our push to take back what the Japanese have so wantonly stolen from us. Um, Okay, with some of these US units then, let's see. Let's take this guy out of McKay. Um I guess we'll take him over here by Darwin. Then he'll be ready to go. Or you know what? Actually, I wonder if yeah, he could probably get there from Derby. Now, these are mined. We can't move through these while the Japanese control Java. We have to go up and around, but I think that'll be fine. We'll land in Surabaya, and man, I'd love to know what's in Batavia. I feel like he doesn't have anything there, but we'll see very shortly, actually. Okay, so let's sail this guy around. We'll embark him. Embark full operational points. Always got to hit on the ship. I always forget to do that. Okay, there he is at McKay. Where the heck did he go? Here he is at McKay. Um, I guess I can put him in as a ship at Darwin. Oh, okay, okay. I see how that works now. Uh, okay. He's in at Darwin, so we can put as many of these transports here as we want, sail them all out at one time. Got it. Okay, I get it now. Um, that makes me think actually then, well, they're gonna have to be on landing craft though. It doesn't matter if they're on transports. We're gonna have to get them on landing craft. Let's see. Um, Hmm. I just don't know. I mean, other than counting, I'm not sure how else you would know from Port Headland if they can make it. I get there's surely he can make it there. That's 24 hexes. Okay, we'll move him over to Port Headland next turn. We got a couple of turns to think about it. We'll drop him off there, and then we'll put him on a landing ship. Okay, so now he came over here and sniffed around this sub. Now my guess is that he got over here and didn't have any operation points to. Well, the surface ships can attack, but we didn't try to interdict. We're on raider mode. Okay, so our other subs are out here. I kind of want them to all join up, and we're eventually here gonna go get in his convoy lanes. We haven't been there yet. Not really, not really, not in any kind of force. And so we'll get back around to that. Now, next man up in McKay. There you go. We'll move him right over there. He'll be part of the invasion force. What else do we have here? We've got the battleships. We've got the cruisers. We've got Ninth Corps. We've got a lot of divisions, corps. There's a lot of stuff that we've got out here. Let's actually then, why don't we move all of these around to Darwin? I think that's what I want to do. Let's put them all in at Darwin, and this will be our invasion force of Java. That's all ready to go. I don't think we have to move anything else over here. We're gonna have uh, 3 divisions, a corps. I mean, that's a lot to put down in Java, right? I mean, we're gonna have a lot of stuff there. That looks excellent. I also think we should probably take the headquarters with us, right? I mean, that seems kind of obvious. So maybe I'll move him down here and we'll get him moved around. Now, we're not going to have enough landing craft for everything, so we're going to have to kind of pick and choose. But we may as well have them up here in Darwin ready to go. If there is some kind of trouble, we can, take them back around. But look, I mean, we're really well set up over here. Um, We've got our main task force here with. That's not looking as strong as I would like it to look. Okay. We've also got more that's coming in here. Why don't we just put them in? Okay. And we've got the bomber group. Oh, this is strategic bombing too. Why don't we put that in like Townsville? Yeah, we'll start bombing away, although it uses a lot of oil. Now we did get more oil though. I can't wait. So we got strategic bomber there now. We need some air interceptors though. I mean, if he did, I don't think he can really get fighters down here, but he could bomb here or he could at least attack our air units, and so we got to be a little careful there. But he's now off the transport. We've got a strategic bombing out here. This sub, there's not a whole lot we can do about it. We don't have any air force down here, so we're just gonna have to. Well, I mean, we got a lot of air force if we count our carriers, but we're not going to just roll them out here to try to attack one lonely sub. Although there are 2 of them, but I feel like maybe he's trying to bait me out of there a little bit. Um, Destroyers, right. Okay. Oh, actually, you know what we'll do? Why don't we'll take this off. Why don't we move our other battleships over here with the carriers so they are protected? Well, thank goodness he failed that interdiction. Um, and then the destroyer squadrons, let's put them out here where both of these units are in range. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so he could be right here, and they're both in range, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, that's pretty damn close. Let's count this back. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then the other one's going to be 11. Okay. Well, let's do that. Let's get out of raider mode. Let's put them on fleet mode. And let's help our escorts out a little bit. Maybe we'll get some more sub meat. Is that a thing? Probably not. Um, okay. Wow. We've now got 4 cruiser destroyer squadrons down here. Now, his main task force is up here somewhere. This may bring his task force out when he sees these guys on the lane. We'll see. I mean, I don't really mind if he comes down here. We're just gonna pretty much, run from him at this point. So okay, we'll just, we'll just do this ring around Australia thing if he wants. Tactical group still not getting better. It just never gets better. I don't know why. Maybe I never will. Um, what else do we have to move? We'll go look at China here for a second. Um, LA, that looks fine. Got about, oh, well, we've got these 2 ships. I actually wouldn't mind keeping a ship back here. We also need to put some units in here. We've been shipping them all off to Australia. We don't have a whole lot back here. These 2, well, I want the submarine. Let's take the submarine out to Australia and we'll take the battleship out to Pearl. Okay, add to our force there. We got a big force there, no doubt about it. Um, oh, the submarines, right? Okay, what are we gonna do? We can't move them again this time, but I'm just well, that's not true. So I just brought the bullhead in. That's right. So these 3 I could move out. I don't really want to yet. I still am not, convinced our submarine force is much to reckon with. Um, let's get rid of these. When they're over here, they catch my eye, and I'm like, I want to look at that. Come on. He did nothing in China this time. So I think we're set up just fine. I mean, what else is there to do? Let's look at our advancements. Make sure we don't have any other research points. Okay. We see that the Brits now they're moving. They're trying to get to 1943. Aren't we all? Escort fighters, 11 days on naval air training. Okay, that looks good. Hey, the U.S. is going to go up to a 42 on all of those units, make them a little better. Carrier operations, 85 days away. That'll be a great day. How are the Chinese doing? Okay, that's right. They clicked in 1940. We knew that. That's starting to then count down again. Let's get those Chinese into the modern world. I think we've moved pretty much everything I want to move. The submarines, I just think we'd be throwing them away. I'm trying not to take any unnecessary risks here. And the real reason is because we're in good shape. We're in good shape. We're under no pressure in China or India, which is definitely different than in some of my games that I'm currently playing. And so, you know, that's where the pressure will come. If you have time as the allied player to build up like this, there's not going to be any pressure in Australia either, or there shouldn't be. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and return this turn. And I can't remember if I'm going to put this one with the previous episode or this one's going to be tacked on at the end or this is going to be the start of a new one. Either way, thank you so much for joining me. Again, I'm enjoying the hell out of this game. Even games that aren't quite going this well, but are going still well. It's a good game. It's a good game to play against another human. It's a great board game. This would be fun to set up in your basement and play talk trash to your cousin. Anyway, thank you so much. This has been Strategy Gaming Dojo. I'll talk to you next time. Have a good one.